Hi makers, welcome back to my channel. It's Sierra with Sierra's Crafty Creations, and today we're going to be creating these super cute mini pumpkin earrings that are perfect for fall. Let's go over the materials that you're going to need to create these fun pumpkin earrings. So the yarn that you're going to need is a size 4 worsted weight cotton. Today I'm using 24/7 cotton in the color amber for my pumpkin, and then this is sugar and cream. I do not have the label on this. It's kind of scrap yarn, but I know that it's a size 4 cotton, and I'm using that for the stem. You're going to need a size E 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. This is a handmade hook by Clay and Fiber Co. You also need a yarn needle and a pair of scissors. And you're going to need a little bit of poly-fil. You're going to stuff these earrings with about a pinch each of poly-fil, so you're really not going to need a lot. This is more than enough here. For the jewelry side of things, you're going to need 2 8mm jump rings. So these are what jump rings are. You can get a whole box of these relatively cheap on Amazon. I will link the jewelry information down below for you guys to go directly to. You're going to need 1 jump ring per earring. And then you're also going to need 2 earring findings, 1 per earring. These are the shape that I have. Again, got this whole jar from Amazon for I think around $9. So I will link that down below as well. And then the one tool that you're going to need for the jewelry are these little jewelry pliers. You can get these off Amazon or at your local craft store. They usually sell them in like sets of 3. This is a Mr. Pin brand. I think I got these from Michael's. So you'll need these to put together your 2 earring pieces. But that is it for our material. So let's go ahead and jump into our tutorial. All right, we're going to grab our E 3.5mm crochet hook and our yarn, the yarn that you are going to use for the pumpkin. And we're going to leave a longer tail than usual when starting a project, and that's going to be for sewing purposes. So we're going to create our slip knot with a long tail. And then we're going to chain 7. So to chain, you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook, pull through the loop. All right, that's your first chain. Yarn over your hook, pull through the loop on your hook. That's your second chain, and you're going to do that for a total of 7. All right, and then we're going to be using only 1 stitch throughout this entire process. It's going to be the slip stitch, and to create a slip stitch, we're going to be working in the second chain from our hook. So here's the first one, and the second chain, you're going to insert your hook, grab the yarn, pull it through that stitch, and pull it through the loop on your hook. All right, and that's a slip stitch, and you're going to create a slip stitch in each chain across, and you should have a total of 6. So insert your hook, grab your yarn, pull it through the chain and the loop on your hook. That's your second slip stitch, and keep doing that all the way across for a total of 6 slip stitches. All right, and that's what it will look like for our first row. And we're going to move to our second row. We're going to grab our yarn, pull through this loop here, and create a chain 1, turn our work. And now we're going to be doing slip stitches, but we're going to do a slip stitch in the back loop only. So we have a little V right here at the top of our stitches. So this is our front loop and this is our back loop. So you're going to insert your hook in the back loop only. So just that loop, grab your yarn and create a slip stitch. And you're going to do that with every stitch across. So back loop only, grab your yarn, create your slip stitch, and keep doing that all the way across, and you will have a total of 6 slip stitches. And it's always a good idea to count, so we can count the top of our stitches. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know that we have 1 more to make here. And when we're doing slip stitches, it is kind of hard to see where your row ends, so it is always a good idea to count your stitches. This is the back loop here. Might be a little tough to get in, but make sure that you have 6 slip stitches across. All right, and we're going to keep repeating this row. So chain 1, turn, working slip stitch in the back loop only. So here's the back loop, and creating a slip stitch in every stitch across. Again, you'll have a total of 6 slip stitches in each row. We're going to keep repeating that row for a total of 11 rows. So we just finished row 3, so we're going to chain 1 and turn, and this will be row 4. And again, just going in the back loop and creating a slip stitch, and keep repeating that until you have a total of 11 rows. All right, and this is what your piece should look like once you reach 11 rows. And to count your rows, you can, this is our starting row right here. So this is 1, 2, and then this one in between would be row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6, row 7, row 8, row 9, row 10, and then this is row 11 right here. So once you reach row 11, we are going to cut, again, another long tail, about 6 to 8 inches. And then we are going to act like we're chaining 1. So take your yarn over your hook, pull it through this loop, but then just pull it all the way through to go ahead and knot and secure. All right, you're going to take your long tail and thread it through your yarn needle. And we're going to take our little pumpkin here. We're going to turn it into a pumpkin. So having it this way, and we're going to fold it like so. So our ends are meeting each other like this. I'm going to take our yarn needle, going through this stitch on this side and the same stitch on this other side. So going through both pieces, and we're just going to whip stitch them together to create our little tube, going stitch for stitch. So you're going to insert your needle in each stitch, going through both sides and just pulling through. All right, and that's what it will look like in the back. That will be our little seam. And now we're going to sew the bottom opening, and we're going to insert through the tops here of our stitches, trying to skip a stitch going through every other one. And since this is so small, I'm gonna have to do it little by little here. So I did this stitch, so I'm gonna skip over to this one, skipping this one over here, going back through this one. And this is just gonna help cinch it closed by skipping every other one. All right, and we've come to the end here, so I'm gonna just put it lastly through that. And then if you pull tight, you'll cinch it closed. And then we are going to create a knot. All right, creating that knot here. And then you can use this to weave in. I just go up and pull it through. And then I can cut this right here, because that will just be hidden inside of our little pumpkin. So now we have essentially the bottom closed. And now we're gonna grab our little bits of poly-fil. I just start out with a pinch of poly-fil and then stuff it inside. You can use your finger or your crochet hook, or if you have like a little popsicle stick, whatever works best for you to stuff it in. I just use my finger. And you want to make sure that it's well stuffed, makes our yarn stretch out and creates these fun ridges, which gives us that pumpkin look. So you want to make sure that it's stuffed enough to see our ridges, but not overstuffed that the stuffing comes out. So I'm just going to get a little bit more, like a little bit more, and stuff it in there. And now we're going to take our long tail at the top and do the same thing. We're going to thread it through our yarn needle, and we're going to do the same thing that we did at the bottom, just skipping every other stitch and threading your needle through at the top of those stitches, skipping every other one until you've made it all the way around. And then you're gonna pull tight to cinch it closed. All right, and now we have our little ball. I like to give it a couple pinches just to shape it a little bit. And then I also like to take this going through the center, my yarn needle going through the center and coming out at the bottom center here and pulling it through. And then if you pull it really tight, it creates a top indent. This is totally optional part. I just like to do it to give it a little bit of shaping. And then if you pull really tight and create a knot down at the bottom to keep that shaping. Okay, so I'm gonna pull tight, hold it, pinch it down so you don't release too much tension and create that knot. And then you can take your excess, weave it through here a few times in different directions, and then cut it off. So your tails are completely hidden and you're left with this tiny little baby pumpkin here. And now we're gonna go ahead and create the stem for the pumpkin. You're gonna wanna grab your accent color. And again, we're gonna start with a slip knot with a long tail. Grab our 3mm crochet hook. This is gonna be really simple. We're just gonna chain 4, yarn over your hook, pull through the loop on your hook, chain 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're gonna create another long tail, cut our yarn, act as if we're chaining another one here, but that is going to pull through and create a knot. So we'll have a little chain 4 here. We're gonna grab our pumpkin. So the top of our pumpkin here. And we're gonna take our crochet hook and at the top of our pumpkin, towards the center, we're gonna try to find an easy stitch for us to get our hook in. We're gonna take one of our long tails from our stem here, and we're going to pull it through and slip stitch it around this stitch here. So we want to pull it down until the base of our stem is in the center, and then we're going to grab this long tail, pull it through this loop down here. That's going to create a slip knot around that stitch, and just pull it really tight like that. And then we're going to go in a stitch right across, again finding a stitch you can go towards the center in. We're going to grab the other long tail of our stem and I like to hold the stem here and then pull through until your stem is at the base, grabbing the long tail, pulling it through the loop on your hook, tightening it. So it's kind of like a little handle slash stem at the top of our pumpkin. You can squish your pumpkin, make sure that it's still keeping its nice pumpkin shape. And you can always knot right here as well to make sure that they're really secure. And then you can use your yarn needle or your crochet hook, whichever one is easiest, to hide these tails inside your pumpkin. I like to use my crochet hook. I just come up through here, grab a tail, and pull it through. The only mishap with this is sometimes you can pull out a little stuffing, some of the poly-fil if you aren't careful. So you can always use your yarn needle to do that. And then if I have a little bit like this, I just use my hook to stuff it back in there. And you want to do that with both ends to make sure everything is weaved in and hidden. All right, and once you've done that, your pumpkin part is all finished. And here's our little stem attached at the top. So now we are going to grab our jump ring and our earring finding and our little jewelry pliers. What we're gonna do first is open up our jump ring. There's usually a very small opening where they're split apart here. You can use 2 sets of pliers, your yarn hook, and a set of pliers, or whatever you have around you. Just be careful because you do need to use some force, so you want to make sure that you're not harming your hook. It is best if you have 2 little pliers, that way you can hold each end and pull it apart. You just need a little bit of an opening like you can see here, and we're going to put that through our stem here because it's a loop. So we're going to bring that through. We're going to take our finding, put it on our jump ring like that. You can just let it hang off to the side. And then we're going to take our pliers and clamp these together. You might have to do it from both ends to make sure that it's lined up, and you want to close that opening. All right, so once they're touching and it's closed, your earring is done. So now you have these cute little crocheted pumpkin earrings. Alright guys, that's it for the tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, give the video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel for future crochet and knit patterns.